Hey everybody, Dr. Wenzel, Brentwood, MD. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the compounding energy cycle. Listen, life is not about what happens to us or what doesn't happen to us. It is about the amount of energy that we bring to life, because it's in those moments that we either move through and push back against what's happening to us, or life just bowls us over. And one of the things that I have observed about energy is that it compounds both in a positive direction and in a negative direction, much like momentum. It would be another word. Momentum is really just energy. If you're watching a sporting event, a team could seemingly have the game in hand, and in a matter of a few plays, several minutes, 2 or 3 significant shifts in things that weren't expected, and all of a sudden, the team that had a comfortable lead is literally hanging on for a victory, and the only thing that's going to protect them really is the clock, because the other team has all the momentum. And that momentum is energy, and energy begets energy. Unfortunately, it works the other way too, where the more negative energy we experience, the worse outcomes we get, the lower energy, and we go the other way. Momentum works for us or against us. And this graphic simply represents that we wake up every day with some baseline energy state, and we have an opportunity in our AM behaviors to implement either positive or negative energy producing behaviors that give us either positive or negative energy through the day in order to handle our typical day. And that day is creativity, resourcefulness, energy to call a client, make the call, make the visit, fire a bad client, ask for a promotion, start a business, end a business, work through challenges in the office. Whatever the case may be, you have the energy to approach it, and you bring adequate energy to the situation, and you move through it. And chances are, if you move through with some positive energy and you get some more wins, you're now compounding your momentum, and your momentum carries you through the day into your evening behaviors. And those evening behaviors might be, I might go for a walk, I might read a book, or I might have a long discussion with my spouse about how their day was. Some positive energy generating activities and behaviors that then put us in a position to have a restful, recovering night, thereby raising our baseline energy. And so through this cycle, which we cannot change, the amount of energy that we have in each of these critical spots is critical in whether we win or lose those moments, and those wins and losses go a long way in either perpetuating that positive momentum or perpetuating our negative momentum. And what I see in my private clients, and I'm able to get them to make massive, rapid breakthrough with very little energy or effort, because it's the strategic timing and the specific action that are key. And this is the magic window as humans. As humans, we can't do much about the way we wake up. But once we put our feet on the ground, that first 30 to 60 minutes of every single day, you have an opportunity to do your first behaviors that will go a long way in setting the tone for the rest of your day, of whether you're going to win the day or tie or lose the day. And these AM behaviors are what set the tone. And the 2-step energy creation framework that I encourage my private clients to use is, listen, gratitude is the antidote for anxiety. You know, you can't be grateful and anxious at the same time. And you're not going to get, with any consistency or predictability or reliability, a more quiet time of your day than first thing in the morning, even if that means waking up an hour early. You've got to break the cycle, and we always break our cycle of energy in our AM behaviors. So in the beginning, you might be a little extra tired, but that's okay, because you're using your tiredness to actually work through and create more energy. And we all have a lot of stress. We all have a lot of anxiety, and that always comes from a place at least when it gets out of proportion and it gets unmanageable, it's always because we are lacking in being grounded in proper gratitude. I would encourage all of you to find 10 minutes every single day to think about the things that you are most grateful for. The fact that you have a job, it may not be a perfect job. The fact that you have healthy children. They may not be perfect children, but you have healthy children. Find something to begin a posture of gratitude, and I promise you it will begin setting the tone and putting perspective in the rest of the day. The second thing you need to do is a fasted fitness routine 7 days a week, at least 6 days a week. And it doesn't always have to be strength training. For most people, 3 days of strength training is enough. If you're super ambitious and have a lot of fitness goals, you could go as many as 4 days of strength training. But any more than that, you're really running the risk of not recovering enough. Followed by 1 or 2 days of just a cardio. It could be a run, a jog, a Peloton ride, something like that. But 6 or 7 days out of the week, as humans, we need our physical body to be fatigued at the end of the day, so that by the time we get to it's time to sleep, not only are we mentally fatigued, but we're physically fatigued. And when we get physical, mental, and emotional fatigue, we hit the pillow and we hit a deep, high-quality sleep. Listen, I hope this video is helpful to you. If you skipped all the way to the end, or you've been answering emails until this last little bit, here is the take-home point. Energy is the game, and you've got to create and preserve your high energy states as much as possible. And the greatest place to create energy is in improving and optimizing your morning rituals and your morning behaviors in order to greatly impact your day. So if you're already doing it, great, double down, triple down, keep going, deeper gratitude, deeper levels of fitness. If you're not doing either of those, this is where you break the cycle. Get up, and you don't have to have energy. You're there to create the energy. Listen, I hope this video is helpful. I hope it encourages you to make some changes that are powerful and impactful in your life. Until we meet again, take care, guys. Bye.